every class has about 1 hour class time, okay? And the teacher is assigned, and the teacher will be same for all the different classes. The first thing. The next thing is that in every class there is a 15-minute lecture, and in the lecture we teach a little bit about the concepts about the topic that we are going to study in the particular day, okay? And in the rest of the 45 minutes we teach how to perform an activity on that particular topic that we studied, okay, Adi?
Okay.
So while you are doing the activity, you have to share your screen. So I'm going to tell you how to share your screen today. Do you know how to use Google Meet to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay, so what you need to do is you need to click on the bottom. There is a arrow key which point upwards. Click on it. It says present now. When you click on it, then you need to click on your entire screen. Then you need to select the small image, and then you need to click on the blue share button. So can you do it, Hadi? Let's see if you can do it or not. Very good job, Hadi. So Hadi is able to share his screen now. Hadi, also click on the hide button at the bottom and make Google Chrome full screen. Yes, the hide button. That button. Good. And also make Google Chrome full screen. Do you know how to make it full screen? Very good job by clicking on this. Okay. So now, Hadi, you will also face a problem. The problem is that you will get notifications from Google Chrome. So to stop it, what you need to do is that you need to okay, click on the new tab button, the plus button. Good job, Hadi. I'm really glad that you know how to use the computer properly. Okay, so we will remove the notification when it comes. Although, let's do an experiment. Go to the bottom right corner where the time is written on the taskbar. Bottom right corner. Good. Now click on 24 on the right side. On the right side, look, it's written 24. Click on that. Very good job. Now, Hadi, you need to. Okay, you did not get the notification yet. You will get it a little bit later. Okay, so Hadi, now you can stop presenting your screen and I will present my screen. So I can show you what we will study today. Okay, so Hadi, our today's topic is basics of electrical circuits. This is one of the 6 topics that we teach. One of the 6 topics that we teach is how to create and use electric circuits. Okay, Hadi?
Okay.
Okay, so let's begin. The first question that we need to ask each other is what is electricity? Hadi, do you know what electricity is?
Yes.
Can you please tell me?
Like electricity is that like that helps us power our stuff, like helps us power our bulbs and light bulbs and batteries.
Very good job. That's a perfect answer. So electricity is a form of energy that helps you turn on all the electrical appliances in your home. For example, it can be lights, it can be bulbs, it can be fans, it can be a computer, it can be a trimmer, or it can be an egg beater. Whatever you have in your home, it will be using electricity to turn on, okay, and electricity to work. So electricity is a form of energy that we use to make different appliances in our home. We use to power different appliances in our home. So now there are too many important things in electricity. One is voltage, and the other is current, okay. Voltage and current, there is a very important relationship between these two. You will learn about these in a bit later in the class, okay. But voltage, you can see the voltage. If we have more voltage, the electricity will be more. If we have less voltage, the electricity will be less. And what is current? Current is also a very important part of electricity. So electricity actually is made up of 3 things: voltage, current, and resistance. I will teach you resistance a little bit later in the class. Voltage tells you how quickly the current will move or how powerful the current will be, okay. When there is a lot of voltage, the current will be a lot. When there is less voltage, the current will be less. So for example, if you have a very small battery, it will have 1.5 volts in it. But if you have electricity coming out of the wall socket in your home, it will have 220 volts coming out of it. So do you understand it, Hadi?
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on. I will explain voltage and current a little bit more. Now, Hadi, you have to tell me that which of these appliances use electricity. Tell me 2. And which of these appliances don't use electricity? Tell me 2 again.
Blender uses electricity.
Okay, that's good.
Electric drill uses electricity.
Okay, electric what? Drill.
Ele-
Okay, that's good. And what? are the two things that don't use electricity?
Lantern.
Lantern. Yes, that is correct. Okay, next. Toaster.
Pressure cooker.
Yes, pressure cooker. Yes, I was trying to confuse you. Pressure cooker is the right answer. Very good job. Okay, Hadi, are you? Do you want to also take notes?
Yes.
Okay, you can. Okay, I will tell you a little trick to take notes. Okay. Okay, click on this link that I'm sending you in messages.
I will click this link.
Yes, click on it.
Yes.
Now click on go to sheets.
Done.
Okay, you can use your account.
Okay. Done.
Let's see if your school account allows you to use sheets or not. Okay, I think you can use sheets. Okay, click on blank.
Done.
Now over here you can take notes. Okay, you can just keep writing everything. It will get saved in your account and you can use whenever you want them by just going to the drive. Okay, if you save something in notes on your computer, you might lose it, but you will never lose this sheet. Okay, so
Okay.
make it full screen and then come back to Google Meet. Oh, and don't worry, I will send you a video of the lecture after the class. Okay,
Okay.
so make your Google Chrome full screen and close the message. So the next thing that we have to study is what is an electrical circuit. Now, an electrical circuit is a path in which electricity flows. If your electricity is coming out of the wall, of the socket in your wall, and it goes into your computer or your whatever toy you're using, it's because of a wire that connects the wall socket with the equipment that you are using. That wire is actually a circuit. Okay?
Okay.
Now, the definition of a circuit is that an electrical circuit is a closed path. It's very important that it should be closed. So, you can see that an electrical circuit is a closed path in which electricity flows. It starts from the positive terminal of the battery, it goes into the bulbs, turns the bulbs on, and goes back into the negative terminal of the battery. Like this, positive to bulb and then bulb to negative. If the path was not closed or it was not complete, we will not call it a closed circuit. Closed circuit means that it is closed from all the ends. Open circuit means that it is open from one point. Do you understand this, Hadi?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So, you can see that we have two circuits over here. In one of the circuits, the bulb is on, the left one is on, and the the left one is off, the right one is on, right? So, Hadi,
Okay.
tell me what is the reason why the left one is off and the right one is on?
Like the left one is off because it is not powered.
It is not powered because the circuit is not complete. It is open.
Yes.
You can see that the battery is connected with the bulb, but this is a switch and it is open. It is not
Yes.
connected. It is disconnected. That's
And the
why the bulb
second
is on.
one is closed. And the
This
second circuit is
very good
closed.
job. The right one is closed because the bulb is on, the battery is connected, and the switch
Yes.
is also closed. It is connected, not disconnected. Okay? So, Hadi, tell
Yes.
me, when you turn the light on in your home, are you closing the circuit or are you opening it?
I am closing the circuit.
Very good job, Hadi. That's a perfect answer. Okay, so let's move on. Now let's study what are conductors and insulators. Okay, you can see that the top materials, the ones at the top, are all conductors. We call it electrical conductors or just conductors. And at the bottom we have insulators. We call them electrical insulators or just insulators. Now, electrical conductor is a material that allows electricity to flow through it. Okay.
Okay.
Like all metals are electrical conductors, they allow electricity to flow through it. And there are a lot of materials that do not allow electricity to flow through them. For example, rubber, plastic, glass, oil, dry wood, sand, a lot of these things. Okay?
Okay.
Now, tell me one thing. I'm going to ask you a question, okay? Do you think human body is a conductor or an insulator?
I think it's
I know it's a trick question. Nobody knows the right answer.
I think it's an insulator.
Okay, why do you think it's an insulator?
Oh, sorry, it's a conductor.
Okay, why do you think it's a conductor?
Like, I can't get it.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Have you ever felt an electrical shock?
Yes.
So you felt the electrical shock because you are a conductor. The electricity went through your body. If we were an insulator, then we will not allow electricity to flow through our body and we will not get an electrical shock. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, metals are usually very good conductors of electricity. Okay, all of these are metals: silver, gold, copper, steel, seawater. These are very good conductors of electricity. When we make wires, we usually use copper, and that copper has rubber around it. So the rubber acts as an insulator, but the inside of that insulator, which is copper, it's a conductor. Okay, Adi?
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on. This is just an electrical transmission line. This is how electricity goes from the grid station where electricity is distributed from, and it comes to our houses. Okay. Okay. So
Yes.
now we are on to our last topic for today, which is how to beat somebody up.
Okay.
No, that's not what we're going to study. That was just a joke. Okay, so we are going to study that what is the relationship between current, voltage, and resistance. Okay, so these three things make up electricity. But if you were to point at only one thing which constitutes electricity, it would be current. Because there is a very small particle in a metal, in all metals, and that small particle is called an electron. Do you know what an electron is?
No.
Okay, you will study it when you grow a little bit older. Electron is a very small particle inside everything, even inside you. But in metals, electrons are free moving, they are available. But they are usually stationary, they stay wherever they are. But when you give those electrons voltage, those electrons start moving. Okay?
Okay.
They start moving from where the voltage is high to the point where the voltage is low, because the electrons hate voltage. Because voltage pushes them. You can see over here that voltage is pushing this green guy whose name is current. When electrons start moving, we call those electrons as current. Okay?
Okay.
So when electrons are moving, we call it current. This voltage guy is pushing current, and when current is moving, we have electricity. Okay?
Okay.
Now there is a third thing over here, which is resistance. What does this resistance guy is doing? He is trying to stop current. But why do we need this resistance to stop the current? That's the real question, right? Do you know the answer? I don't think you will know the answer, but can you try?
I can't.
It's fine, don't worry about it, I will tell you. Resistance, we need resistance in a circuit because if there is no resistance, the current will be so much that it will burn up everything. Sometimes in the old days, not right now, because not right now we have very good electrical systems in our home. In the old days, sometimes our electricity would go off. Okay, it will disappear, and our father will say, "Oh, it's a short circuit." Okay, right? And then electrician will come, he will change the fuse, and the electricity will come back. So what happens in a short circuit? In a short circuit, what happens is that the resistance in the electrical system becomes zero. The current becomes so huge that it burns up everything. Okay? What I did was, I had a very small bulb that had zero resistance, and I put that bulb inside 220 volts. Now imagine what would have happened. 220 volts was trying to push current very quickly, and the bulb had zero resistance. So the current was so huge that it created a little bomb, and I fell on the floor. Everything was black, and a lot of fire also came out of the switch. Okay? So resistance is
Okay.
very important. Resistance tries to stop current and voltage tries to push it. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay, now I will summarize this. When voltage is more, current is more. When voltage is less, current is less. Okay?
Okay.
When resistance is more, current will be less.
And when voltage is more, the current will be more.
Very good job. Very good answer. Okay? I think you understand it now. Now, this relationship between voltage, current, and resistance is known as Ohm's law. And you're going to study it in 10th grade or in O levels. Okay?
Okay.
So, now the time for activity has come and the time for lecture is gone. Now, it is time for us to do the activity. Now, to do the activity, what we will do is that first you will share your screen with me. So, please share your screen. And Hadi, make your Google Chrome full screen so you can see me better. Good job. After you have done this, now I will reshare my screen and I will send you a class link. Okay, Hadi, I am sending you the class link. Please click on the link in messages. Also click on the hide button at the bottom so that it doesn't bother you. Good job. Now Hadi, click on join with nickname, the green button. And now enter your name. Just write Hadi. I don't really know your real nickname. Okay, so that's why you have to enter your real name, which is Hadi. Now you can see on the top left corner, this is your account, Sayyid Ali Hadi. You will get a different account when you register because this is just for the trial class. Okay, when you register, you will get a new teacher, you will get a lot of new class fellows, around 5 class fellows. Okay, and you will get a different account for all of your different activities. Okay, so Hadi, now you have to click on circuits on the left side. You can see on the left side it's written circuits, and then you have to click on create new circuit. It will be a green button. Good job. Now Hadi, what you need to do is that you need to come to Google Meet. I will explain this how this software works, and then I will tell you how to create or do some stuff on the software, and then you will do this on your own. So you can see this is the screen of Tinkercad that you will see. You can close messages so that my screen becomes a bit bigger. Very good job. Okay, so Hadi, now go to your Tinkercad and look at your Tinkercad. It will be very similar to mine. Okay, you can close this small notification that you are getting. Okay, very good job. Now Hadi, come back to Google Meet so I can explain how this works. So you can see over here, Hadi, that this is a software that we are using to create circuit. And to create circuits, there are a lot of different softwares. I am an electrical engineer, so I use a lot of software like PC Cylon and Proteus, a lot of different types of software. But as you are a very young student, so you will use Tinkercad. So you can see that in this software, we have an empty white area. This is the area where we will create all of our circuits. Okay, this is where we will create the circuits. On the right side, you have components. Components are circuit components that we are using to create different type of circuits. So for example, we have a resistor. We just studied what a resistor is. It tries to stop the electric current. And then we have an LED. LED is a small bulb. Then we have push buttons. It's a type of a button. Then a potentiometer. It's also a type of a resistor. And a capacitor, slide switch, battery, coin cell, 1.5 volts battery. A lot of different stuff we have over here. And you also have this. You will study it in your next class. If you register, then you will study Arduino. Okay, so on the top left corner, Hadi, you can see that you have an undo button and a redo button, a delete button, and you have some other stuff that I will tell you later. Now, Hadi, the first thing that you need to do is that you need to get a battery. So you will scroll down and find the battery. You will get it and put it over here like this. Now you do it. It will be a little bit above. You have to go above, scroll above. Good job, you found the battery, the 9 volt one. We want the big one, not the small one. Okay, very good job. Now come back to Google Meet. Now you can see, Hadi, what we will do is that we have to attach an LED with this battery. So what we are going to do now is that we are going to get the LED on the top right corner of your screen. On the top right corner of your screen, put it over here like this. Okay, you have to go to the top because it will be at the top. Good job. Yes, put it on the, oh, very good job. Okay, so now come back to Google Meet again. Now you can see, Hadi, that the battery has two terminals or 2 points. We call it terminals. Okay, you also can call it terminals if it's not a difficult word for you. So the battery has two terminals. One is the negative terminal, and the other one is the positive terminal. The black one is negative. The red one is positive. The LED also has two terminals. One is on the left, which is cathode, and one on the right, which is anode. The anode one is a bit twisted. So you can see that we have to attach this LED to the battery. So what we will do is that we will click on the cathode with our mouse. You will get a wire. You will drag it down. Click on it again. It will start bending, and then you will attach it to negative terminal like this. Now you do it.
You can use the other ones you have.
Good job. Good job. Now come back to Google Meet again. Now what you're going to do, Hadi, is that you are going to connect the other terminal, which is anode, with the positive terminal of the battery like this. That's very good. Okay, now come back to Google Meet. Now, Hadi, we have to start this circuit. So what we will do is that we will go to the top right corner of our screen, click on the start simulation button, and let's see what happens. Okay, so tell me, is the LED on or did it just explode?
On.
No, it actually exploded.
Oh,
So Hadi, congratulations. The first circuit that you made actually exploded. Now this is so sad. Now you have to tell me the reason why did the LED explode?
the LED exploded
Yes.
because the resonance was less and the voltage was high.
Okay, that's a perfect answer. Very good answer. Good job, Hadi. It is resistance, not resonance.
Yes.
Okay, resistance is zero actually. It's not even less. It's zero, and the voltage is 9 volts. So what will the current do? The current will be so huge that it will burn up the LED. That's the problem that we are having over here. So what is the solution? We need to add a resistance in our circuit. How will we add the resistance? Look at my screen so I can tell you. So first you will stop the simulation, and then you will delete the wire, any one wire, but we will delete the negative one, the cathode one. You will click on the wire and then press delete on the top left corner of your screen. Can you do it? First stop the simulation. No, don't click over here. You have to press escape on your keyboard now. Escape. ESC button. Top left corner of your keyboard. Good job. Now click on the middle of the wire. Yes, in the middle. A little bit down. Over here. Good. Click on it. Now press the delete button on the top left corner. Good. Now look at my screen again. So what you're going to do now, Hadi, is that you will get the resistor on the top right corner, put it over here like this. Then you will connect the cathode wire to the terminal 2 of the resistor and terminal 1 of the resistor with the anode like this. So now we have connected the resistor in between the negative terminal of the battery and the cathode of the LED. So now you do it, Hadi. Oh, you are not able to properly connect it. No, not over here. Press delete button. You have to connect the cathode with the terminal 2, the above one, that one. Good. Now the other one with negative terminal of the battery. Good job. Now start the simulation. Let's see what happens. So now the LED is on. Okay. Finally, the LED is on because the current is not a lot. It is just perfect. Okay, Adi? Now I'm going to give you a challenge. Come back to Google Meet. The challenge is that you need to delete the wire on anode. After you have deleted this wire, you need to get another LED, change its color by clicking on this red and selecting whatever color that you like, and connect this LED in this circuit in such a way that when you start the simulation, both of the LEDs should turn on. Now let's see if you can do it or not. Although I should tell you, a lot of students are not able to do it, so don't worry about it if you are not able to do it. And that's perfect. Okay, that was really good because you did it the first try. You look at my screen. I will tell you usually what students do. That's why they mess it up. So what they do is that they usually connect it over here and then it does not turn on. None of the LEDs are turning on. You can see. Or what they usually do is that they sometimes connect it like this and this and this. So let's see what happens with this one. So they turn on because this is a parallel connection. Okay, but not a lot of students do this. So, but I'm really glad the circuit that you made is known as a series circuit, which is a perfect one. Okay, you can also change the color of the wires by clicking on the wire, going to the top left corner and changing the color of the wires, but we are going to do it later. Now what we are going to do, Hadi, is that we are going to add a switch in our circuit. A switch we can use to turn the LEDs on or off. So what you're going to do is that you will click on this wire, press the delete button, get the slide switch and put it over here. This is a slide switch. Now you do this, then I will tell you the next step. Okay, so the next step that we are going to do is that we will connect the anode of the LED with terminal 1 of the switch and the common terminal of the switch with the positive terminal of the battery. So the switch is in between the LED and the batteries now. Now you do it, Hadi. Now look at my screen again. So now we are going to start the simulation. You can see the both of the LEDs are on now. But if you click on the switch, the LEDs are off. Now they are on. Now they are off. Now you do it. Now first you have to start the simulation. Very good. That's perfect. Okay, Adi. Now come back to Google Meet. Because you have done everything really quickly, I am going to teach you one more thing. Okay. So the thing that I am going to teach you is that we will create a new circuit, but it will be a bit more complicated. So what we are going to do is that we will go to the top left corner, click on the Tinkercad logo so we can go to the dashboard again. So you will click on the Tinkercad logo, we'll go back to the Tinkercad dashboard. Now you also do it because we will create a new circuit now. Very good job. Now click on create a new circuit. Okay, so Adi, now please come back to Google Meet. The LED that we used before, LED is a small bulb The LED that we used before, it's a very common LED. It only has one color. Now the LED that we are going to use is an RGB LED. RGB means red, green and blue. So we will scroll down and we will go around at the bottom and we will find this LED which says LED RGB. It looks like an octopus. It has 4 legs. We will get this LED and put it over here like this. Now you also do it. Okay, now come back to Google Meet. Now what we are going to do, Hadi, is that we are going to get our battery again, put it over underneath the LED, but this time we are going to press R on our keyboard so that we can rotate the battery. No, you're pressing the redo button. You have to press R on your keyboard. Good. If hold the R button, see what happens to the battery. It becomes a fan. Okay. Now you can come back and let me tell you what is the next step. So the next thing that you're going to do is that you are going to get a resistor, put it underneath this terminal. Now let's analyze the terminal of the battery. The LED. You can see the first one is red, the second one is cathode, the third one is blue, and the fourth one is green. So we have to attach the resistor with cathode. We will attach the first terminal of the resistor, terminal 2 of the cathode with the cathode. Then we will attach the terminal 1 with the black terminal or the negative terminal of the battery like this. Now you do it, Hadi. I think you will need to put the LED a little bit far away from the battery so that you have a little bit more space. Yes, you can put the resistor over here, then you can drag the LED upwards. So drag it. Good. Okay, now come back to Google Meet. Now the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to get 3 slide switches. One over here, one over here, and one over here. Okay, once we have gotten these slide switches, we are going to get these, then I will tell you the next step. We will get one slide switch for each of the terminal. One for red, one for blue, one for green. Okay, so come back to Google Meet. Now it is time for us to attach our switches with our LED and battery. So what we are going to do is that we are going to connect the terminal 1 of our switch with the red and the common terminal with positive, then terminal 1 with blue, then the common with positive again, then terminal 1 with green and common with positive again. Now I know this is a bit of a complicated circuit now. I will try to color code the wires. Okay, so I think you made a little mistake.
Yes.
Press undo. Yes, you can delete this. You can delete this. Good. Now delete the other one too. Press escape button. Now click on the wire. Now press delete. Good job. Now click on blue terminal of the LED. Good job, like this. Now the common one with positive. Very good job. Good. And that's also good. Okay, now come back to Google Meet once you have connected it with positive. Yes, you have to click when positive shows up. Good. Now come back to Google Meet. Now what you're going to do, Hadi, is that when I click on the start simulation button, you will notice that the LED just became white. If I click on all the buttons, the LED will turn off. Can you also do it? Then I will explain how it works. Okay, now come back to Google Meet. Now you can see, Hadi, is that an RGB LED is an LED which can create all the colors, because all the colors are actually made up of RGB. These are known as primary colors. Okay, if you mix or if you turn on all these colors together at the same time, you will get white color. Okay, and if you turn them off, you will get no color. So right now, if we turn on the red button on the red terminal, you will get red color. When you turn it off, you will get off LED. If you turn on blue, you will get blue. If you turn on green, you will get green. Can you experiment? Can you try this? Good. That's good. That's good. Now turn on two buttons at the same time. Any two buttons. Red and blue. What do you get? Turquoise or cyan color. Okay, if you turn on green and blue, you get cyan. Now create purple color. Good. Now create yellow. Good. Very good job, Hadi. Now you can come back to Google Meet and you can also stop the simulation. Okay, so Hadi, now let's revise all of our lecture for today, because the activity is complete and you have done two activities, which is really good. Now, what did we study today? We studied about electrical circuits. Okay, we studied about electricity. What is electricity? Electricity is a form of energy that is used to power up a lot of electrical appliances in our homes. Okay, there are a lot of different forms of energy. We have mechanical energy, we have electrical energy, we have heat energy, we have lots of different types of energy, but we are talking about electrical energy today. Okay, now what is electric circuit? Electric circuit is a path in which electricity flows. Okay, it should be closed. If it's not closed, electricity will not work. The next thing that we studied was what are electrical conductors and what are electrical insulators. Electrical conductors are devices or materials that allow electricity to pass through them, and electrical insulators are materials which do not allow electricity to pass through them. Then we studied what are voltage, current and resistance. Voltage is the power, which you can say that it's the power which pushes current, and then when the current flows, we have electricity. And resistance tries to stop or limit the amount of current flowing so that it does not burn up all the electrical appliances that we have. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a question. The question is, what will happen to the current if we increase voltage?
If we increase voltage, like light bulb can glow.
Yes, it means that the current will increase, right?
Yes.
If we decrease voltage, what will happen to the current?
When the voltage is decreased.
Yes, what will happen to the current?
Resistance is more.
No, don't worry about resistance. If we just decrease the voltage, what will happen to the current?
Decrease. It will be slow.
It will be less. It will also decrease. Very
Yes.
good job. Very good answer. Then we did the activity, and in the activity, what we did was that we created a very simple series circuit in which there were two LEDs, one battery, and one switch. Then we created a little bit of a complicated circuit, which I know it was a little bit difficult. Was it difficult or not? Or was it easy for you?
It was a bit difficult.
Very good job. I knew that. Okay, so it was a bit difficult, and it contained three switches with one LED and one battery. Okay. Now, what are you going to study in the next few classes? The first one that we teach contains two topics. The first topic that you study today, which is about electricity and electrical circuits, you will have around 4 classes about that. And the next topic, the other topic is game development, and you will create games. And at the end of the month, you will have a competition with your class fellows, and in the competition, you will have to program a robot to complete a maze, a wall maze. Okay, so that's the first month. Then in the second month, you are going to study about 3D modeling. What is 3D modeling? You will create 3D shapes, and you will also study about artificial intelligence and machine learning. Let me show you a little 3D model that I'm creating with one of my students these days, just to give you an idea. So you can see this is Taj Mahal. Okay, some of my students from India, yes, I teach 2 Indian students as well, and they are creating this these days. Okay, now this is a 3D model. A 3D model is a shape that has 3 dimensions: length, width, and height, and you can look around it. Let's see, let me turn it white. Okay, but you are not going to study this very quickly. This is a little bit difficult to make. You will study it after maybe 7 months or 8 months. I'm not sure. It takes a lot of time to get good at 3D modeling. Okay, we not only have students from USA, because in online class, from Pakistan, because in online classes you can teach students from everywhere. So that's why I also have Indian students and USA students and Australians and Canadians. Okay, so, and you're going to study about artificial intelligence, you're going to study about app development, web development. And why are we teaching you all of this stuff? Because this stuff is not taught at school, but it is used in and applied in industry. And when we teach students this stuff, they are able to identify which field they want to choose when they grow up. This is our main objective. We want to give you a flavor and an idea of different things that will never be taught in your school. But the truth is that the things that we teach are already starting to being taught in a lot of USA schools. That's why we get a lot of students from there, because the teachers over there are not good at these things. They are regular teachers like physics, math, so they study from us because we are very good at all of this stuff, because our company mostly contains engineers. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's class. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so I have a very important question from you.
Okay.
What is my name?
Munib.
Oh, very good job. MashaAllah, that's really good. Nobody remembers it at the end of the class. Yesterday, a student called me Junior Coders. Your name is Junior Coders. I said, that's the name of the company. It's not my name. Okay. So, very good job, Hadi. Inshallah, that we get to meet each other again. But next week, when you take the class, you will be taught by a teacher. His name is Hamad. He is also a very similar teacher to me. Okay.
Okay.
So Allah Hafiz Hadi, inshallah, we will get to meet each other again.